Hi everyone, this is Vince Gelman, and thank you for visiting my channel and watching this video. I want to speak about something that's personal to my own healing journey, and that is overcoming the fear of punishment and how that's manifested into the need to be perfect. So, as a child, I learned through my traumatic experiences that it wasn't safe to do things wrong. I had to do things right. And part of it was because of the trauma I had, the very difficult traumatic experiences. Um, but it was also just simply the way I was raised in general uh, to do things right. That there was a right, a very specific right way of doing things. There was a right way to clean. There was a right way to, create a cover letter. um, so there was a rigidity in how I was raised. Um, and that rigidity over time turned into perfectionism. Now, on an unconscious level, what I learned or what I kept hidden was that there was a deep fear of being punished. That if I don't do things right, something wrong is going to happen. If I don't do things perfectly, something bad is going to happen to me. And that's a belief I had to work through in my healing journey, is the fear that something bad was going to happen to me. And if something bad was going to happen to me, that means I was going to get punished. So to avoid something bad happening to me, and to avoid being punished, I had to do things right and I had to be perfect. So being perfect was a way to avoid being punished. Now, this is a common pattern um, for people in this lifetime. But what I also want to say is that these are old imprints. Well, these are imprints that come from lifetimes ago, lifetimes when we were persecuted, tortured, for speaking out, for going against the establishment, for going against the church, for being a witch, a wizard, a pagan. We were burnt at the stake for speaking our truth. And so we carry those imprints into this lifetime, that imprint of, I'm afraid I'm going to get punished. And these, again, are very implicit. These are very implicit memories. They're very unconscious. They're coded in our DNA, but they run us in such a way that we can be afraid to make mistakes. And we can have a proclivity to being perfect. So it is a bit of this lifetime, it's a bit of lifetimes before, and it's a bit of what we inherit from our ancestors as well. Their patterns, their fears that get coded in our DNA. So all of this creates a soup of tendencies in us that are very unconscious to be perfect, because it's our way of trying to cope and survive and to avoid being hurt. So the healing journey is about clearing out those toxic imprints in us at the energetic level, at the cellular level, clearing them out. That is the key piece, is clearing them out. But the other part is slowly giving ourselves permission to make mistakes and to know that making a mistake is not going to mean the end of, making a mistake is not going to mean the end of the world, that we're going to be perfectly fine. We're going to be perfectly okay if we make a mistake. That all is going to be well. And gradually giving ourselves back to our humanity. What I mean by that is learning to be human instead of robotic. Because the thing is, when we're trying to be perfect, we're not actually being human. We're being a robot. We're being an android. And the thing is that it's actually, the real healing journey is when we slowly allow ourselves to be human, allow ourselves to experience all of what humanity, being human, has to offer. And that includes falling over, tipping over, messing up. Because it's actually through those mistakes, through those trips and falls, and that we grow, that we learn, that we evolve, is through making mistakes. We're actually also more relatable that way. We create more safety if we show our humanity, if we show to people that we're not perfect. We give them permission to not be perfect as well. So it is about, in one of my ceremonies, what came to me was one of the ceremonies I participated in, shamanic ceremony, was don't seek to be perfect, seek humility, seek to be humble, seek to be human. Humble, humility, they're related to the word human. So don't seek to be perfect, seek to be humble, human, and trust that you're going to be okay. Now, a lot of these fears that come up for us when we make a mistake, I want you to know, is that they can feel strong. They can feel disproportionate to the situation at hand. It's like we can make a small mistake, but a big fear can arise. Something bad's going to happen to me, something wrong. And underneath that, I'm going to get punished, I'm going to get hurt. Just know that the reason why that feeling can be strong and why the fear can be disproportional to the situation itself is because of these old memories, these old traumas that were very strong. Traumas from when we were a child, traumas from past lives that were really life-altering, that threatened our survival. And so when survival is at stake, we adapt and we do what it takes to overcome. And if it means being perfect, if it means making sure we do things right, then that's what we're going to do. But that intensity of fear that drove that adaptation in the first place, when unhealed, still creeps up from the implicit and affects us and can create a disproportional response to our mistake. So no, that is why it can feel strong. And that is why there can be such a strong drive to be perfect, because it comes from survival adaptations. So the practice is, 1, doing the healing work at the energetic level, 2, learning to be slowly learning to make mistakes and letting it be okay. And if you make a mistake and you feel a strong surge of fear come in you, what you can do is you can put your hand on that part of your body, whether it's your heart or your belly. Those are 2 common areas where we can feel that intensity of fear. And you can take a deep breath and breathe in it and just say, it's okay. You can say the soothing words that many of us did not hear from our parents, which is, it's okay. It's okay. And really imagine soothing a scared child. It's okay, it's okay. All is well, it's going to be okay. And you really can help to, that's what's called reparenting. And you can really, it does wonders to repattern the nervous system. What's interesting is reparent and repattern have the same letters, except for one extra T in repattern, which I find very interesting. So when you reparent yourself, you repattern yourself. You repattern yourself neurologically, and you help to soothe the nervous system. And that's ultimately what we need, is we need to feel safe to make mistakes. And thus we need to feel safe to be human. See, if we don't feel safe to be human, we have to be a robot. Right? And then we're not human anymore. We're a robot. We're rigid. We're dogmatic. And then we expect that level of rigidity from others, especially children, and we pass that on. We pass that on down the generations, but it's coming from old unresolved trauma. So, beautiful bird just appeared on my balcony. Hello, bird. So that is the practice, to do the healing work at the energetic level, and also to really begin practicing reparenting. If you need support healing at that energetic level, please reach out to me. I heal people near and far. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. I heal them using the power and mystery of starlight, and I'll put a link in the description. I'd be happy to work with you. or find someone else who you can work with. And I wish you well in your healing journey. And I hope this video is of help to you. And if you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, click notifications, and leave your comments. And I hope this video was of support to you. Thank you for listening and watching.